Just in case you can pick the audio sound of this video, please give me a thumbs up. Now, first of all, good morning everyone. Please accept our apologies on behalf of the organizing committee. While I'm not part of it, it is not the right time to have a final. But yes, this tournament is having its very last between the two most informed players in the country this year. Kazibwe has been the closest thing to Caesar, especially for the year 2025 that it is, because Ian has won 6 tournaments. This one is an attempt to make it 7, and he has defeated Caesar twice. And in the 2 times that he has defeated Caesar, it has been finals. One, the final of the Irish Bar 64-man comp that happened about 2.5 months ago. Second is the final of the Albertine Pole Association Open Championship, which happened just weekend, and yet the following weekend, Ian is in the final with Caesar, and Ian is leading 1-0 and is just about to make it 2. He's just about to make himself a favorite for this match, which will be a second competition won in a row, trying to take down Caesar twice in a row. Something that is not so usual, something that is not so expected, but something that could realistically happen. Ian 2 and Caesar 0. We are at the Pole City Arena in Kampala. I am streaming this match on Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chove Live YouTube, both streams diagonal, having the same exact commentary. And hopefully I have done it justice in terms of at least the amount of entertainment. It has been nothing short of that. Some of the action that has been happening in this match has been nothing short of breathtaking. The match between Herbert and Jackson, the match between Caesar and Herbert, the match between Paul Kalema and Joseph Kasozi, the match between Pacquiao and Herbert, all matches involving Caesar. The tournament has really been breathtaking. And how about the match between Jackson Aseko and Ibrahim Sejemba ending bizarre in unexpected fashion, with the kid beating the experienced player. This one is another. Ian on reds, coming short of potting 1 red, which would probably have given him a way to try and finish the frame. He had somewhat a good chance, especially how he utilizes that very lethal left hand of his to be a tormentor of players on the pool table nowadays. These 2 players are participating in this competition courtesy of them having a break from national team activity, because the Uganda national pool team, the Cranes, have been involved in selection trials for the last 2 days, try and make the team for the African Ultimate Pool Championships coming up this October, just next month, just about 5 weeks ago in Mpumalanga. Both Ian and Caesar are participating in the zones. Both are not doing that badly. There are 12 players, 8 will make the cut, 4 will stay home. Ian having a chance to win a 3rd straight frame in the final. Last time he faced Caesar in the quarterfinals of the Albertine Plus session, 64-man comp, racing to 4, Ian winning by 4 frames to 2. Now just about to win a 3rd in a row. Black is probably snookered. Ian has lost his position of the cue ball. The cue ball is exactly in the spot where you don't want to have it, most especially if you have Caesar as an opponent. He's probably contemplating potting black to the center pocket on the right, but off the cushion. If he misses it, he probably loses the frame. He must find it. Not only that, he must spot it. Finds it, misses the pot. And while these two guys are quite good friends, they move on so well with each other. I love the very competitive matches that happen between themselves. They normally have a big smile between each other before the match is played. The formalities of taking pictures, but when action starts, boy oh boy, it is all business. Now I like to stress that while I'm using the word business, Ugandan pro comps don't exactly have too much money for which players are competing. They help them to remain competitive. They help them to remain fit, help them to remain ready for even bigger competitions that are normally coming every time in there. Speaking of bigger competitions, the Ultimate Pool Championships coming up in Mpumalanga in South Africa. A number of African countries to participate. Teams as are also individuals. Billiards Cafe Classic coming up in Lusaka in November. The Grand China in December. The Uganda National Open Championship that is coming up with its launch scheduled for this Wednesday, where the winner shall be driving away in a car. This is a won the car in 2023. Ian has never won. Those are the events that these players are using these smaller comps to be ready for. In the final, it is now Ian 2 and Caesar 1. The race is 5. Thanks for watching. Rachel Mbewe asking if I'm still awake. Yes, I am, Rachel. Started streaming at exactly noon. So that is non-stop live streaming for 14 hours. But I think I can give myself credit. I have mastered. Elijah Nixon. You said Ian has won 3 frames in a row. Sorry. It's 2, not 1. Clinton UJ. You're asking, didn't you participate with plus? No, I didn't participate with +2. Against these guys with +2, I wouldn't have a chance. Anyway, speaking realistically, Isaac Kebi is asking who this Ian guy is. Ian is this guy who did become a revelation in COVID. We had never seen him. I went to take care of a league match in the Ugandan Pool League between the team that was called Capital United and Nakara Pool Rangers. Then I saw these 2 players whom I'd never seen before. One of them Ian, one of them Farouk. And Farouk looks the better player for me, the team, but Ian's performances started to get better and better and better. In 2021, he played a league match and scored 3 apples, like break and finish, break and finish, break and finish. That is winning the lag thrice in a row and winning all the frames by break and finish. That one had never been done in the 22-year history of the Ugandan Pool League. That is why there started to be attention around him. Later in 2022, he was invited for selection trials for the Uganda national pool team, which participated in the Holy Cup Championships in South Africa and Johannesburg, and he passed with flying colors. Since then, he has been a national team player. Since then, he has been a renowned player. But 2025 is his real year. In this year, I think this should be the 9th competition, 9th comp. He plays quite many. And he has won so far 6 finals. And he's trying to defeat Caesar for the 3rd time this year. And if he wins this ongoing frame, then he becomes again a favorite to win the final. He has that very lethal left hand of his, which has become an issue nowadays in Uganda and African pool. Lots of stuff he has done this year, including winning a $1,000 money match against the South African Ishmael Mteto at Key Masters in Tanzania. And in the team event in Tanzania, he was named the most valuable player by the organizers and is so far the more valuable player in this final. Now potting black and sinking it and leading by 3 frames to 1 in the final, which is a short race to 5. Clinton EG, you want a friendly with me? Go away. Francis Solanya. Ramasula. Thank you, love, for loving poor Ramasula. He plays so many comps every time. he's playing. He's normally coming from Western Uganda in Barara, then playing comps like this all the time. By the way, Herbert is very, very devastated. He was all tears after losing to Caesar. He really, really wanted that victory. He loves Caesar so much, and Caesar is his inspiration to playing, but he really, really wanted to have that victory over him. And he was crying while saying, "My frame," when he potted black and white. I think it was frame number 3 when they were drawing 1-1. Then he potted black and white, and in the end goes to lose against Caesar by decisive frame. He's just a boy. He will be one day happy when he'll be winning comps. Frame number 5. Ian Kazibwe breaks big, hits the second ball, sinks in one red. Relatively good split of the balls. And this one should be having him again as favorite for the victory and by break and finish. Katanga Minerals, thank you for watching. You want to see the battle between Francis and myself? Well, I've defeated Francis thrice. Unless you want me to just kill the guy on the table. Now, the live streaming time for this match is way past 2 a.m. in the East African morning. Can't imagine that way over 500 are watching live. Poor people don't sleep. But for those who are watching in different time zones, okay. But I'm seeing people watching from Zambia. It's coming to 2 a.m. Accra, Ghana. That one's fair. It's just some minutes past 11 a.m. Thank you for watching. Awito Richard Yao. Philip Ntisi. You're asking what is wrong with Caesar nowadays. There's nothing wrong with him. He's queuing well. He's consistent. He's reaching finals. But maybe it's a bit worrying that he's not winning them as consistent as he used to. He did lose the final of the 16-man comp in Nairobi of late. He also did lose the final at Q Masters in Tanzania. But again, in the same month, he won a final at Q Masters of the 16-man comp. And about some months ago, he also won a final in Kenya, the Africa Super 16-man comp. Apart from that, more than a dozen finals he has won this year in competitions in this country, in Uganda. Here comes Ian, wanting to cut yellow sharp, playing it into another yellow, and gives a chance to the Scorpion to play. Michael Che, you're saying you're going to China. Okay, thank you for watching. Katebaka James, you're watching from Johannesburg in South Africa. Thank you for watching. Mabiang Atul must be watching from South Sudan. Emmanuel Bumba, you say you apologize, but Lusaka, in the absence of Roy, your team says okay. All the best. As Caesar is now poised to win what will look like a second frame of his in the match. And there he is. There is space between red at the corner pocket bottom and cushion for him to pass the second red. Better still play connection. He has used the little gap. The rest will always be a formality. Chandiga Caesar 2, Kazibwe Ian 3, race to 5, 4 frames to go. Ian needs 2, Caesar needs 3 for the victory. Once again, please be reminded that there is a live stream of this match on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube. You may watch from a platform of your own preference. Highlights of these matches are normally reshared to you on Facebook, Break and Finish Live, as well as Break and Finish Live TikTok. Those normally come in handy as Caesar breaks another frame, makes a ball. Oops, it was a dry break. I did hear something like a sound of a ball falling into a pocket. I was assuming he had made a ball. Only to count 7 reds and 7 yellows and a black ball on the table. An open table it is. A chance for Ian it is to try and go for another frame. Take himself to the figure number 4. Try to make himself a winner again. Ian is that one player that is learning to give Caesar a bloody nose. He does respect Caesar. He also likes Caesar a lot. But when he's on the table, he does mean business. Shabalala Bonwise, thank you for watching from South Africa, asking how much they are playing for. I will say once again, Ugandan comps don't have much money. It's just to keep these players going and competing and ready for other comps which have more money. For instance, imagine these guys have been playing pool from almost the whole of today. And if they played another comp, training for those comps in between, how fit will they be? Why would you be surprised if Ian outclassed Ishmael? Sorry, Ishmael, probably you are watching either live or you'll watch this match later. I respect you so much. You are a very top player and a top human being, but the guy really beat you bad. Fungai Ranji, thank you for watching from Zimbabwe. Abdelgalani Salim, good evening to you. You're watching from London. You're asking if it's a tournament or money challenge. If you've been watching for hours today, this one is the last match of the 48-man competition that has been played throughout the day on double life basis. But players who make Uganda's national team have been limited to having one life, including these two. However, that life has been taken all the way to the finals. 46 other players have been knocked out hours earlier. This guy queuing right now is called Ian Kazibwe, donning the maroon, taking on Caesar Chandiga, racing to 5 for the victory. The only of the 3 yellows that are potable is the one close to the black. Ian opting to play the dead ball off the cushion, wanting to put it at the center pocket on the right where he's having his body, probably direct, probably off Caesar's red. Looks to be lacking some power. Caesar survives. Yes, Dr. Herbert, no time to sleep. Now look at that. I even don't know how intentional it was. The big top spin on the keyboard was always intentional, whether for Caesar it was to try and use the keyboard to put a second yellow to the bottom, to the top corner pocket on the right. I don't know. But the skill was quite big and executed quite well. So look at the Ian is in trouble. Probably contemplating carving the cue ball around the black to find the yellow which is at the center pocket on the right. Maybe the yellow which is bottomwards of the two. Does find it. In the end of the day, probably that ball wasn't totally snookered. Having 5 reds is Caesar. Look at the red, have your eyes on it, the one which is right behind Ian's yellow near the center pocket on the right. Caesar could try and play defense. Now the cue ball is granting himself is clearly to play after potting cue ball to be played into the center pocket where there is a yellow, to try and open it up, something that will give him chance to go for the clearance. That is the shot, not accurate. Now, the most realistic skill is backspin, play the cue ball off to cushion at the top, and then top left, so that cue ball moves rightwards towards the center pocket where there is yellow in front of red. Maybe better still play defense. He's deciding to play defense. I'm not so certain it will be defensive enough. Ian can take this frame down now. If he can make the yellow, if he can put it, he's deciding to play defense as well. In the meantime, there has been no third and fourth play. The two losing semi-finalists, Herbert and Emma, have taken joint third position. That one would have been special from Ian, but it will not be very good play because Caesar now will be finding it easy to pot red and then use the cue ball to pot Ian's yellow at the center pocket by combination, just like that. The frame is just about to be lost by Ian. Red is cuttable to the center pocket on the right. White ball bounces off to cushions 1, 2, 3, and seemingly in perfect space for the Scorpion to win frame number 6. Quite impressive. This has been the most hard fought frame of them all, and the hard fight is won by the Scorpion. After 6 frames, it is Caesar 3 and Ian 3. I have been surprised pleasantly by one of the people on the stream, Dr. Herbert 3 Agenda. Thank you for my data. That one will be very good for the morning. He's a popular figure, by the way, in Ugandan pool. A resident overseas, but former vice chairman of the Pool Association of Uganda, also former chairperson of Maga Pool Club. And Kazibwe going for a clearance that could give him a lead again in the match. And here it is. He may need to put the most bottomwards of the 4 yellows, spinning the cue ball backwards off the cushion, wanting it into space. Maybe play the yellow ball with top left spin off to cushions, such that it moves again topwards, but with less energy used. is playing instead. Yes, he's playing the cue ball off the cushion. That one will be painful if Caesar is to finish the frame. I'm saying from an Ian perspective, because it looked like an easy shot, which once it got into the pocket, he was winning the frame. It got off. He's probably losing the frame. Maybe Ian will be counting his chances on the red of Caesar, which is dead, almost frozen against the cushion, the right near that center pocket, as a problem ball for Caesar. The ball that could give Ian another chance to play in the frame. If you look at the position of the yellows, a chance for Ian will probably win him the frame outright. Anyway, Caesar now playing the dead ball, banking it to the center pocket on the left, probably off the yellow, probably direct, and in. Now this one is the Scorpion taking the lead, I believe so, for the very first time in this final. How serious is taking a match? Not that big, but for the fact that it's the final, for the fact that he drove his car about 8 hours ago, and has stayed all this long, he will want to add this one into the bag. He will want to win a second competition in 4 days, and is about to take the lead and is leading in the final. After taking a 2-frame lead, after playing well, the well has not been well enough for Ian because he's the trailing player. Race to 5 in the final, Caesar 4 and Ian 3. Thanks for watching Musumba John Regan. You're asking if there are matches tomorrow. You are already asking for matches tomorrow. I don't know any matches tomorrow. I don't know even them. My partner in crime, Vari, Priscilla. So you're supposed to be sleeping. Priscilla, go to bed or else I switch off the stream. Caesar could be breaking for the last time in the match. Could be. He gets in a red. Ian has every reason to worry. Caesar has every reason to believe that maybe another one is coming home. The Misani Mteto, thank you for watching. Must be South African. Adams Banda from Zambia supporting Caesar. Njesman Kits, you're from South Africa. Thank you for watching on the Facebook stream. Terence Vengerai supporting Caesar, most probably from Zimbabwe. Kat Sunday saying Ian is not serious. Caesar plays one safety shot here, daring Ian to miss a pot. Of course, not that much an open frame, not the reds, not the yellows. Now, whatever Ian is contemplating, it must be an effective shot. Either make a ball or else play effective. Ensure that Caesar's dead yellows remain dead. The 2 yellows that are touching 2 reds at the top left and the top right end of the table. Ian's intention was to play another yellow dead. He, however, did not kill it enough. Now, when it's the final, there is that feeling it is Scorpion time. One tricky yellow on the table. The yellow ball is looking at the one that is rightwards. He could play a yellow into the red, a little off the red, guiding yellow into the corner pocket. He's deciding to play defense. That's Scorpion stroke. gets the defense shot effective. Ian has sight of two of his reds. The ones closest to the center pocket on the right could play one red into another, maybe one red into a yellow, and maybe play red. Cue ball moved to the bottom end of the table. He played one red into another and got the shot, in my opinion, completely wrong. We'll be counting on his chances, of course, because Caesar's yellows are not that easily finishable, especially given that one remaining dead yellow, the one touching the red, should Caesar force a way to try and pot it, there's a chance he could play red first, and that one will be a foul. Caesar will most likely be wanting to win the frame, win the match, not allowing Ian chance to play decider. And he has played his yellow now in space, Caesar. The one that was close to the red near the center pocket has been played open. Ian will probably want to play not to pot. He has potted, I'm not so certain that is effective shooting. I am just not certain. Unless he vindicates himself by making a clearance of this frame. There is a miss here. It's not looking that good for Ian. Caesar is one big shot away. If he can find a way to play the cue ball into the yellow, which is touching the red, then Ian may probably have played his last shot of this competition already. Not so certain what he's contemplating here. Something of trying to play yellow into the red, just like that. It is a miss, an unfortunate miss. It would have been a very good way to try and win the frame for Ian, a very good way to try and recover from deficit against Caesar. And Ian is now on the verge of an equalizer, a frame that has delicately been poised between these two very amazing shooters, one of them left-handed, another right-handed. How good they've been cancelling each other out for the whole of this year for Caesar. More than 10 comps, one locally in the country, maybe 15 or something for Ian. Well, 6. This one could be a 7. In local soil, spinning now the cue ball backwards. Just like that, he will be putting black to the center pocket on the left. For this one to be an equalizer, that left hand of his, that has been one of the hands tormenting fellow players in the country, has guided Ian now to an equalizing frame. After 8 frames of play, it is now Ian 4 and Caesar 4. We have a decider. Now I'm with one of the tournament organizers. It's called Frank. There is a one-day comp that will be happening in the town of Entebbe at Coco Beach. A one-day competition. About anywhere between 32 to 48 players are invited, and there are more than $1,000 as prize pot for the top 4. Just in case you want to register, please hit my inbox. Coco Beach, Entebbe, on the 26th of this month, which is September 2025. Ian could be one of these players, but first, he really wants to finish this frame, which if he does, will be the third time this year that he is taking down Caesar, and second time in a comp final. He went 2-0 up. Caesar won a first. Ian won a third. Caesar won a second.